This intellectual talks about Beethoven's Third Symphony. It's great, but the Eighth is better. The Eighth is the greatest symphony by Beethoven. I've listened to Beethoven my entire life, and I'm naturally gifted as any of those men are to the ability to compose and understand music. The Eighth is unbelievable. The Ninth, the Seventh, the Fifth, the Third, all pale in comparison to the Eighth's ability to move and forget the reliance of melodic manipulations. While this one has that heavy metal push of the strings, it's truly great, but not the Eighth. P-A-I-L. I take it you're not as gifted in spelling. Hello Redditors of the internet, Nobles Xenon here, and welcome to r/IAmVerySmart, part 10. Let's get started. You've seen Armchair Psychologists, now get ready for Twitter Mathematicians. What's 3 squared? If y'all get this wrong, you failed school for real. You should ask something more like 3 to the open bracket 6 over 3, open parentheses 1 minus 2, close parentheses, close bracket, which is 1 over 27 by the way, but it just looks a lot more intimidating. That's 1/9, buddy. Well, as a big-brained mathematician, you should understand that you just got ratioed. This next one deals with the curse of being too intelligent, and could contain house spoilers. I feel like I am too intelligent. Disturbingly intelligent. How can I decrease my intelligence? There was an episode of House MD where there was a genius of 180 IQ who loved his wife 90 IQ so much that he engaged in drugging himself with dextromethorphan to reduce his intelligence. He said that interacting with his wife normally was like a normal person interacting with a chimpanzee, but after reducing his IQ, he was able to withstand his boredom living with her. This next one was on a friend's post about the original Star Wars. Even as a 10-year-old, I thought it lacked gravitas and was unimpressed. But of course, I had already seen heavy things like Soylent Green in the original Planet of the Apes, even the original Rollerball, Clockwork Orange. As a 10-year-old? Damn, they're starting young now. This next one is not just intelligent, they are embarrassingly intelligent. I think you've taken a grain of truth and expanded it into a bushel of misunderstanding. In terms of body shape, you are a statistical outlier, so it's not surprising that you will feel more comfortable around people among whom you would be considered more normal. But I am fairly average in terms of body shape, and I don't have this experience at all. On the other hand, I am a statistical outlier in some other respects. And yes, I prefer the company of those who resemble me more. For example, I have an embarrassingly high IQ, and really can't abide extended socializing with people who are below average. And now we have an intellectual 13-year-old on Quora. So I'm 13 and I think my IQ is 125 to 130 plus. I'm definitely extremely intelligent, but IQ tests are still, quote, difficult for me. Are IQ tests difficult for everybody, or could it theoretically mean I'm stupid? Aren't IQ tests supposed to be difficult? You know, to test people's intelligence? Theoretically at least. Has the notion that I wasn't the one who misinterpreted it all crossed your mind throughout this linguistic journey? Oh, what a darn fool I have been. Apparently Reddit comments are now called linguistic journeys. And for a bit of context, someone misinterpreted this guy's post and then he tried to explain his post and it became some anime battle. Damn, we're having anime battles and linguistic journeys on Reddit comments? For this next one, TikTokers are just too smart to be happy. Wish I lacked critical thinking skills. Y'all seem so happy. Ah, beautiful ignorance. Life's more painless for the brainless with over 1,000 likes. Yes, I want to be ignorant and small-minded so bad. Them MFers happity and happity? I don't know where I got happity from. I think I might be one of those small-minded individuals. Them MFers happy and confident AF with over 800 likes. And finally, I'm sad constantly because I know too much. I don't know if I'll ever be happy. Oh, TikTok, where somehow stupidity and intellectualism meet. This next person was previously giving the old just get a degree and find a better job to a pizza deliverer, and someone asked them, what have you accomplished then? Let's find out. I actually have had 2 theories I've had since childhood concerning black holes proven. magnetic fields, and the pressure cooker theory. Neither of which are in my degree program, but because the 4 sciences are basics for any degree, natural science has become a personal favorite outside of my literature and accounting classes. I plan on bringing a universe to life, and I have links to my work on the page for my book The Shadow Master, which is going to become a saga the more I write. What else would you like to know? I wouldn't like to know anything else, thank you very much. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to see more, subscribe and hit the little notification bell. And now we have 2 masters of the English language who aren't willing to give in to slang. The only person who doesn't have their brain exploding out of their head says literally has been used informally to put emphasis on a point or express amazement for almost 100 years now. Take your grammar police ass out of here. And the first intellectual replies, "Well, since you ask so nicely, I don't think I will. Do you imagine that you can decide who can and cannot participate?" And the second, even smarter individual replies, "By whom? Unintelligent children like yourself, because they didn't know what the term actually means but used it anyway since they were unable or incompetent to form context somebody would actually like to hear about without needlessly emphasizing every single part of the statement. You know what's the biggest problem? So many idiots started doing exactly what you mentioned, and when I would ask them, 'What do you mean? Was it literally or not?' they would not understand what I was asking them exactly. And that was enough of an answer for me to conclude what I just stated above. Regards." This next one's titled The Insecure Little Boys. Unfortunate doesn't even begin to describe my series. This game rewards blind luck and nothing else. I am beyond convinced at this point. After getting completely tooled by scheduling with my opponent changing times on me last minute and refusing to provide confirmation prior to the day of the match has to play times, losing this way somehow felt even worse than I'd thought possible. My preparation was superior. My play was superior. Yet I lost. So I don't see a reason to continue engaging in an activity where what is within my control is overwhelmingly outweighed by what is not. I am done with competitive Pokemon, and you won't get a fond farewell. This community is infected to its roots with a degenerative disease that grows stronger over time but stops short of killing its host. Tournaments used to have a competitive spirit at their heart. This has been transplanted and replaced with an artificial organ that feeds on vitriol and mockery from insecure little boys that heckle by the sidelines and tear each other to shreds over scraps of attention. The environment we fostered has trapped us all like this in a vicious cycle, and escaping it requires acceptance of the harshest reality we all scramble to explain away. That none of the countless training efforts we put ourselves through here will ever amount to one single shining glimmer of significance. I would make this the end, but the World Cup is still ongoing, and I would never leave so many great friends out to dry, so I'll suffer through a few more games for them. But remember, this is a great sacrifice I'm doing here. None of you are really worthy. One last thing before I leave you all to react with disdain, ridicule, and self-righteous fervor. Before you do everything in your power to minimize my words and thoughts, box them up and shove them to some cobwebbed corner of your memory, and hope they disappear forever as a stain on your finite time from ground to dust. From this moment on, nothing you say matters to me. The foulest insults you hurl with intent to wound will calmly settle at the earth before my feet, and the venom you spit will bring all the pain of a warm summer breeze. You are less than anything you can conceive, while I carry on, brimming with joy distilled from detachment. Well, that is quite the farewell to the competitive Pokemon world. For this next one, someone please call Guinness World Records because this guy just read an entire report in 8 minutes. And that was from the Republican Senate, by the way. What we really need is a GoFundMe for Russian bullets for trolls. I would contribute so hard to that. Intellectual replies, just read it all. All BS. No mention of Russian supporting the Trump campaign. Okay, you read to page 259? In 8 minutes? I find your position unlikely. My mind is a computer. I simply read faster. I'm surprised this speed reader didn't call their brain a quantum supercomputer. And now we have a person who believes football is for dumb people. Football is perfect for dumb people, which need things to distract them from things that actually matter. Every time I look at the sea of purple in the stands, I laugh. A stadium filled with people that can't tell me the name of their state representative or city's mayor, but they know the name of the backup quarterback that doesn't give a flying F about them. Oh, football, such a dumb sport. Let's just ignore the insane amount of strategy involved and let's move on. Dude, people know what chess is. When you finish eating at an Australian restaurant, checkmate. So many geniuses that don't get the joke because they don't know what checkmate is or what a chess queen piece looks like. You don't even have to know how to play chess to know that. Yet this guy thinks only the most intelligent people know. For this next one, it's not that serious. Ain't that thing poisonous? Before I list the multitude of reasons why it wouldn't be, what led you to believe it is? I have to know what generated that thought. They were just looking out for you. No need for all that. For this next one, she thinks she's some kind of savant, but she mostly just looks like she needs to lay off the weed and take a shower. Why do I continuously use an extended vocabulary when it's not necessary? Why must I be so intelligent? Why must I be cursed with this high IQ? This next one is such an intelligent badass, watch out! School is a place for dumb people to get even dumber so the government can get people to work, so they make money, so they can make dumb and unnecessary buildings and roads, and I learned to be bad to protect myself, cause how else can you stand up for yourself? Yeah, the roads we travel on, and the buildings we live and work in, so unnecessary, am I right? Translation, I watched Rick and Morty and didn't realize Rick is very intentionally being portrayed as a... For this next one, an amateur crypto trader who thinks he's a Wall Street pro. All his posts are just how great he is. I have an ETH vid out with my target. It's just maths. Quick maths. Crypto is all about maths, hence my good accuracy rates at hitting targets. I did an entire year of maths at school in 3 weeks, sticks tongue out. Now, shall I tell you about how this new crypto is going to the moon? No, to Andromeda. For this next one, get you a man who sees overlaying cosmic connections. To be honest, I think I'm a genius. How about you tell me how you save people when you're truck driving? I forgot about that. Wait, what? Intellectual replies, I can understand things that other people can't. I see things, and they make sense. What's crazier is I see overlaying cosmic connections, and my brain processes information so fast, I couldn't even put shit into words if I wanted to. The saving lives things is long discussion, it's too much for text, and I'm sure you'd send a whole essay. For this next one, an absolute genius destroys his childhood teacher. Another Einstein joins the good fight, as idiots are being destroyed with facts and logic. My proudest childhood moment was arguing with my middle school English teacher that you had to be smart to be clever. He derailed the entire class to prove to me that being clever did not involve intelligence. I whipped out the thesaurus and the dictionary. Guess who was right? Did you go to Selwood? Happened at this place. After I proved him wrong, he tried to pull rank on me and told me his degrees and credentials. Lol, credentials and degree don't prove anything. I was proving my mom wrong growing up all the time. She had a master's in psychology and special education and never was wrong, laughing emoji. For this next one, we have the oh-so-intelligent anti-masker. I'm barely speaking English. What? Are you serious? That's where we're going? 1. I speak perfect English. My vocabulary is extensive, and I'm an incredibly fast learner. I adapt to new environments quickly, and my IQ is far above average, to be modest. I require constant stimulation, because I learn too fast and get bored quickly. Tested out of almost every class, no point in wasting time. Now I'm a moron who can barely speak English according to a person I've met 0 times. Please man, if you want to wear a mask and all that silly shit, go ahead, 100, but you can take it off and live the same way. You just won't look so gullible. Yes, because masks are only for small-brained individuals. For this next one, I wonder if this guy is a literature professor. When I'm in an over-analyzing competition and my opponent is a literature professor? Wow, Squidward looks like he's seen some shit. the #1 all-time classic dumb guy sentiment. Sorry you couldn't figure out symbolism in high school, but probably time to expand a little. See beyond that microscopic brain of yours. For this next one, imagine actually being inquisitive. Absolutely hilarious, all the comments asking if this is free energy. If that's your first thought when you see this, I doubt you'll ever understand the truly insane mechanics behind what's happening here. And then after the comment was downvoted to the shadow realm, there's an edit. Sad this is getting downvotes. Thought we were beyond arguing basic laws of physics. Guess anything legal in 2021? Laughing emoji. Clearly not many of y'all passing high school physics these days. Sad. Oh, this is just so sad. Asking questions? That's for fools. You have to know everything there ever is to know about the universe. And for this last one, oh wow, he definitely knows 6 to 7 languages. He is so smart. Wow. Blow my mind. Hello, my darlings. I'm a college student. I study astrophysics in Portugal, currently taking my PhD and looking forward to take another one in computer science. I teach other college students at physics and mathematics, mostly integral calculus. I love to learn new languages, so I also teach Hungarian and Finnish. Straight to the point now, I'm looking for someone to blow my mind and teach me new fascinating concepts. Please direct message me on Reddit. Thanks for your time, and I'm sorry if I misspelled some words, since English is my 6th language. Portuguese, Hungarian, Finnish, Zulu, Swedish, English, and now learning Mandarin. Soon I will learn every language in the world. Though if you can actually read and speak all those languages, and you're not just making shit up on Reddit, that's actually quite impressive. Anyway, I'd like to thank all of my patrons, especially Bacon Cat, Cole Pollock, Henry Jeff Mickelson, Catalan Cormetti, Seth Southwell, Spoonie the Rogue, That Ducking Bug, and Benjamins. You can join in a link below, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. If you have something interesting to say, don't forget to comment. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell. See you guys next time.